Holt International presents the Very Merry Christmas Tour, featuring new song, Audio Adrenaline, Sidewalk Prophets, Jason Castro, and special guest, Love in the Outcome. Share the gift of hope with your family and friends this season and enjoy one of Christian music's most beloved Christmas songs. Join New Song for the Very Merry Christmas Tour, featuring new song, Audio Adrenaline, Sidewalk Prophets, Jason Castro, and Love in the Outcome.
The Very Merry Christmas Tour at Fairfield Christian Church in Lancaster, December 11th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. Tickets at itickets.com. LancasterOhio.tv presents the Mid-State League Game of the Week, where Fairfield County high school athletes show their drive to succeed and their commitment to teamwork. This broadcast is a community service of Fairfield Media, high school media students and volunteers working hard to bring you the best in Mid-State League sports. Turn it on, crank it up. It's time for the MSL on LSM.
Welcome everyone to high school volleyball, as this is the MSL on LSN. We are at Fairfield Christian Academy tonight for this game and contest between the homestanding Fairfield Christian Lady Knights and the visitors from Harvest Prep. It's senior night here at Fairfield Christian Academy, so this should be a good match. We welcome you if you are watching live right now on the internet at LancasterOhio.tv or by tape delay on the local cable LSN channel. I'm Dave DeWeese, and calling the play-by-play tonight with me is senior Fairfield Christian Academy student Nate Howes.
Hey Dave, how you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, Nate. This should be a really exciting game tonight as we have two teams coming in. Fairfield Christian looking to try to get a signature win this season, and they'll be playing against the most highly favored Harvest Prep Warriors. We're about ready to start action here. We'll try to get some starters for you here as we get into the action. Harvest Prep only comes in with 7 players on their team. They have a libero that starts off on the bench, so all the 6 players that you see out on the floor will be the 6 players that will be playing for them tonight. They happen to be senior number 4, Kaylin Newtar, number 1, Taylor Clark, she's a senior also, number 22, a junior, Krista Brown, number 10, a junior, Mauricia Traylor, number 15, a junior, Haley Ross, number 5, a sophomore, Tiara Carter, and then the libero is a freshman, Mariah Mitchell, number 14. How about the Fairfield Christian Academy?
Yeah, sure. The Fairfield Christian Academy Knights lineup is Emily Sullivan, number 2, coming in as a senior, Morgan Furness, number 4, Ruthie Johnson, number 12, Maggie McGee, our senior, number 12, and Caitlin Speakman, who is our libero, and she's number 19, and Madison Doolittle, number 23.
As we start off with action here, Fairfield Christian got the first serve, but Harvest Prep draws first blood as they get the first point there after a short volley by both teams.
Good point there by Harvest Prep. Number 4, Neuter, is back to serve. McGee with the set, with a dig. Doolittle with the hit. Tucker sets up McGee. Nice set there by Harvest Prep. Number 5, Carter with a nice hit over the net. Good action over the net right here tonight for both teams. The hit was the number 16, Beatty, for the FC Knights. She couldn't quite get it over.
And Harvest Prep scores 2 quick points there on 2 good attacks. Fairfield Christian has gotten a couple of attacks, but haven't gotten any of them to go down as kills.
Neuter with the serve there. Doolittle with a hit, the backcourt, and it is out.
And there's the first kill for Fairfield Christian as the hit went off of the block and out of bounds. Substitution right now is Allie Albert. The sophomore comes in for the senior Maggie McGee in the front row.
Here to serve for us tonight is Tucker. She comes in as a sophomore, number 1. Number 4, Neuter. Nice set there.
And we haven't had a chance to talk about our officials tonight, as the up official, Ron Hanna, makes that call of a double hit on Harvest Prep. The down official is Mark Convertine.
Tucker with a little bit too much power on the serve there for the Knights.
So the score is 3-2. Harvest Prep takes over the score with the lead.
Tierra Carter right here for the Harvest Prep Warriors. Alley Apple with a hit, and it is out.
One of the difficult things tonight for Fairfield Christian will be hitting against the tall blockers from Harvest Prep. They've got some girls that have some height on their team, and they had trouble with that in their first meeting this year, which Harvest Prep won in 3 games.
Carter with the serve for Harvest Prep. Number 4, Neuter sets up number 22. Nice hit there by Brown.
And a nice dig by Beatty, too. But the Knights come back with a nice attack of their own. Is that Doolittle on the outside that time that hit that one? And it went off of the hands of the Harvest Prep defender. So the libero now, the freshman, has come in for them in the back row, and Emily Sullivan goes back to serve.
Sullivan with the serve for the Knights. Number 4, Carter sets up number 22. Nice hit there by Brown.
Brown just went right over the block that time, as they got the attack up high enough for her to use her height and put it down in front of Beatty in the back row.
Harvest Prep has a really tall lineup, which is obviously in volleyball is, great aid.
It is. It's very difficult. We'll talk a little bit more about
Brown.
The team and their records when we get a chance here, maybe during the first time out. With that, Harvest Prep goes up 6-3.
Brown again for serve for Harvest Prep. Nice serve, libero to Knights.
And they called number 1 in the net for Harvest Prep on that one. She went up for the block, got it down. Fairfield Christian did get the dig, but didn't need to matter because the down official, Mark Convertine, called her in the net.
Doolittle for the serve for the Knights.
Nice serve, and then it's an ace for Doolittle as she hits the back row. This will be the one thing that the Knights will have to hope that Harvest Prep does, is make some of those mental mistakes and stuff. If they get into where Harvest Prep can get their attack at the net, it could be a long game for Fairfield Christian, but as long as they can keep Harvest Prep on their toes, they can stay in this.
Number 23, Doolittle for serve for the Knights. Back to number 5, Clark.
That was a nice back row attack there. It shanked off of Tucker's hands in the middle. Sure, Coach DeWeese would like to see the Knights be able to handle those back row attacks, because they're going to have their hands full with the front row attacks.
For sure. Number 10 now back to serve, Marisha Traylor. Traylor serves. Tucker sets up Beatty. And it's in. Nice hit to the corner there.
That's an excellent hit right there, because Beatty knew she couldn't go for a really hard hit over the net with the block there, so she went high, long, and in the back coffin corner.
Seemed to work for her that time.
Yeah, it did. McGee's going to come in for Albert for the serve. The Knights trail 6-7 right now.
McGee with the serve for the Knights. Back to libero number 14. A little confusion there, I'd say, on the Harvest Prep side. Number 14 subs out.
Another nice serve there by McGee. It is senior night, and she's showing that she's a senior. She's come to play tonight. Another nice serve, and that actually puts Fairfield Christian up on top by 1 right now at 8-7. First time these two teams met a while back, Fairfield Christian stayed really close throughout the whole first game and didn't really succumb to Harvest Prep's attack until games 2 and 3. So we'll see what they can do tonight as they get an attack up there. Beatty again hits the back line.
Nice hit there by Beatty. Wow, cross court, that was good.
And Coach Rose keeps the platooning in the back row right now. She puts the libero back in. That's number 14, the freshman, Mitchell.
McGee with the serve for the Knights. Number 5, Clark. Number 4, Neuter to number 1. Nice hit there by Neuter. Nice and powerful.
That was a nice dig in the back there. Oh, yes. I'll tell you what, if they are getting the calls tonight on Harvest Prep for the double hits, the up official, Ron Hanna, is watching that, and that could go to Fairfield Christian's advantage because their setter, Sydney Tucker, is very good and does not get many double hit calls. So McGee again sends it back there. Harvest Prep handles it this time, but it's going to be a free ball coming over.
McGee sets up Tucker. Tucker sets up Beatty with a hit. Is out. Bounce off the hands of Harvest Prep.
And you can feel the energy turning Fairfield Christian's way. And Coach Judy Rose says, I've had enough. I'm going to take these girls over here and have a little talk. So with that timeout on the floor, we just want to remind you that you are watching MSL here on LSN. As we look at the two teams here, Nate, certainly the advantage tonight has to be a little bit with Harvest Prep. They come into tonight's game with a 14-6 record. They are 6-2 in the league. Their only losses are to Fisher and Bern Union. And there's actually like a log jam at the top of the league right now with a lot of teams having 2 losses. So Fairfield Christian, though, comes in right smack in the middle of the league. They're sitting in the 4th place right now of the 6-team division in the Cardinal Division of the Mid-State League. They have a record of 10-10 overall and 4-4 in the Mid-State League. So they're hoping this week, I think, possibly to play a spoiler role for some of these teams. If they happen to take a game away from Harvest Prep tonight, that moves Harvest Prep out of the first position tie. They play Fisher Catholic on Thursday night this week, so that'll be another huge challenge as it's senior night over at Fisher Catholic.
McGee with the serve for the Knights.
Good time out there by Coach Judy Rose as she was able to get the point back. That's what you want to do out of the time out right there, Nate.
Number 15, Haley Roth with the serve for Harvest Prep, and the serve is out.
But they can't. Harvest Prep can't capitalize on that as they serve that one long. That brings back Fairfield Christians. Fisher, listen to me. Fairfield Christian, that's where we're at. It's Libro, Caitlin Speakman, a senior. And she gets it right where she needs to be right there.
Ross
going in the back.
Ross tries setting it up. She couldn't quite get it.
Kind of looks like Coach DeWeese's philosophy here is keep this ball deep on Harvest Prep so they can't get their attack up. And so far it's worked out for them with a 13-8 lead. And again, they serve it deep. And Harvest Prep has a little bit of trouble, but they do get it over. It looks like we're going to get the set and a slide attack by Sullivan. She gets Harvest Prep in the net. They're going to call number 4 in the net.
Yep, Nutar
in the net.
Speakman back to serve for the Knights. Nice set there. Harvest Prep. Number 1 with the hit, Clark. Beatty with the
And that time Beatty hit right into the block and it came back down. So nice Harvest defense. Prep got what they're good at right there with those with the tall girls across the front.
Clark,
very difficult.
Clark back to serve for the Harvest Prep. Doolittle sets up Tucker. Nice hit there by number 22, Brown. Out.
Just a little bit long. That was the right idea there by Fairfield Christian on how they tried to go over the top of that attack, but Mr. Furness back there on the line judging made the call. It was out.
Clark serve again for Harvest Prep. Tucker sets up Sullivan. It's hit by Sullivan. Tucker sets up Beatty again. Nice tip over the net. Number 4 sets up Neuter. Sets up Brown.
Unfortunately, Fairfield Christian had a couple of chances there with their attack, but just had trouble getting it over number 22, the junior Brown.
Doolittle sets up Tucker. Tucker to Beatty. Nice block there by Harvest Prep.
And I'll tell you what, the down official, Mark Covington, catching him in the net every time tonight. That was something they did. That was calls they did not get over at Harvest Prep. I can guarantee you I was at that game.
Got to stay back from that net.
Yeah, with that height, all they have to do is get up there and they'll get it. But getting a little close right there on it. That goes Fairfield Christian's way.
Beatty to serve for the Knights. Number 5 with a nice hit over net for Carter.
Yeah, that's the roll. That's the luck of the. Now you'd like to say that they're the Irish, and they're not the Irish. They're the Warriors tonight. But man, that one hit the top of the net, rolled right down, and landed where nobody was at.
By the luck of the net. Number 4 to serve, Nutor. Saw with the hit over the net.
I guess turnabout's fair play there as Sullivan comes back with one that kind of hits the top of the net and drops in too. So one went Harvest Prep's way, and then Fairfield Christian gets one back as Allie Albert comes in for Maggie McGee, the senior. Sophomore for the senior as she comes in to play front row.
Tucker in the back line to serve for the Knights. Nice hit there by Tucker. Trailer sets up Carter. Nice hit there by Sullivan for the Knights. Brown with the hit across the net.
Right idea there by the Knights on that defense. They almost got it when they got the block up there. They want to make sure they get up there and give some sort of defense to the tough front attack of Harvest Prep when they get up there. And that time they got the hand on it, but it just didn't go their way.
Carter with the serve for the Harvest Prep Warriors.
Looks like it's going to be a free ball.
Carter. Tucker sets up Doolittle. And it is too far out.
The Knights were looking for a touch that time, but I don't think they got it. I think Doolittle just hit that one long. So Harvest Prep gets the point, and it's they're only trailing by 2 now, 14-16. They've crept right back into this after they were down by as many as I think 5 at one point.
Albert with the hit for the Knights. Set to Brown. Brown with a nice hit to the backcourt. Tucker sets up the libero. Speakman. Stop by Carter there. Carter with a hit.
And that time they're going to call Tucker for the double hit.
Gotta watch this.
Well, one of those that wasn't a real great pass for her up, so she was running full steam over there. That's a hard one for a setter to get underneath and get a clean one. And they didn't give her the benefit of the doubt as Harvest Prep now only down 1.
Carter with the serve. Tucker sets up Albert.
Albert hits it right in the net that time. And it looks like Coach Deweese is going to take her timeout. So both coaches have taken a timeout. That leaves them each with 1 yet, as both coaches get 2 in each of the sets here in this first match. So it's 16-16. Harvest Prep coming back, showing why they are leading the Mid-State League in volleyball right now with a 6-2 record. Coach Deweese probably talking to her team right now a little bit about, hey, we were on top. We just got to get back to what we were doing early. And make sure that we keep that ball deep so Harvest Prep does not get the attack. Anytime they get it over short, they're able to get it up and get a real nice attack. As long as they keep the ball deep, it seems like they're in much better shape. Also, on their side, they've got to keep putting the pressure on with an attack, but they just need to roll shot it over that tall block and get it right in behind. Of course, Harvest Prep will try to keep it, the momentum going their way now that they've crept back into this, and they want to take this first set and set the tone for them.
See if FC Knights get the momentum rolling back their way.
We already called out one line judge tonight, Mr. Furness. The other one is Dennis Nolan in the other corner for the line judging tonight.
Carter with the serve for the Warriors. Albert with the hit. Brown. So the point's going to go to the Knight side.
They got the double hit that time. You got to give the up official, Ron Hanna, a lot of credit. He's being very consistent on that call. Both ways. He's called one on the Knights, and he's called several on Fairfield Christian. That one couldn't help our cause at all. It's Fairfield Christian. It's Emily Sullivan. Maybe a little pumped up from senior night as she's one of the seniors and captains on this Fairfield Christian team.
Brown back to serve.
Served that last one long.
Tucker sets up Huth. Nice stop there by number 10, Trailer.
Yep, they said that one to Huth, and Huth hit it right into the block, and nobody was ready to catch it. It really wasn't a hard block down, but enough to give Harvest Prep a 1-point lead.
Brown served that ball for the Warriors. Nice hit there by Albert.
There, Coach Deweese could smile about that attack by Out Valley Albert. Had a double block, or had the block up there in the middle. Can't remember if it was a double block, but she was able to go right around it, hit the back.
Right in the
and that's
back
where they're
row.
going to have to attack this Harvest Prep defense, is on that back end line.
Doolittle serve for the Knights. Nice hit there. Nice recovery there by the Warriors. Nice job, number 1, Clark. Beatty with a nice, powerful hit. Set to number 1, Clark again. Luke couldn't quite get that.
Well, they were bordering there on trying to get something over the net, but Harvest Prep just wasn't going to let it come back across. So they are up 1 now at 19-18 and have serve.
Trailer back to serve for the Warriors. Right back to Doolittle. Tucker sets up Beatty. Nice cross-court hit there. She saw the open court, and she hit it right to it.
Very smart, very smart.
Good
Fairfield
eyes.
Christian showing some improvement this year as they've had a good game here with Harvest Prep in the first set.
Staying with them, 19-19. McGee back to serve for the Knights. Serve is up, and it is out. You're right, the line judge is doing a very good job of just seeing the calls, seeing where the ball is.
Well, Fairfield Christian's got to make sure they keep their serves in. They've had a couple of them go out, and they're not going to be able to beat a team that's got them by doing that.
Nice serve there by Ross, right on the line. Libero, number 19, Speakman, couldn't quite get it. Good effort, though. Junior Ross back to serve again. I think the officiator's talking to someone in the stands.
I think we may have had some flash photography, possibly. That's one of the things the volleyball officials are really strict on. No flash photography out of the crowd.
Ross with the serve. Nice effort there by Speakman. Good effort there by the Knights as Brown sets up number 4, Neuter.
Okay, they're going to call Kelsey Nasker for being in the net. Kelsey just came into the ball game there. I think she replaced Mariah Huth, number 10, so Kelsey is a junior off of the bench, and Coach Louise takes her second timeout here as they have dropped down to 1 behind of Harvest Prep. Score is now 21-20, so Coach DeWeese trying to salvage this first set and get her team back into it so that they don't drop down 1-0.
I think it might be a slight adjustment on the scoreboard. I think it might be 22 Warriors over Knights 19.
That even makes it a little bit worse for her, doesn't it?
It does.
So she's going to try to get them to get this set back and get a side out. That's what's important right now.
For sure. Both teams trying to rally themselves for the next plays.
Well, for Fairfield Christian had the advantage early, a lot of adrenaline flowing from senior night, and got up early on the Harvest Prep Warriors, but they've come back, and they now have a 22-19 lead and the serve.
Ross in the back to serve for the Warriors. Serve is up. Doolittle sets up Tucker. Tucker set to Napster. That point will go to the Warriors.
Coach Luis right now trying to put some energy in there with Napster coming in the middle, but she got the attack, but then on the block there, couldn't quite get it where she needed it.
Set Tucker to Beatty. Hit too powerful. That goes out. 1 point away from ending this set.
And Fairfield Christian feels this one slipping away as the Warriors only need this point to score the first set.
Ross to serve. Offset by Doolittle. Beatty with a nice hit. Way to recover from that
really
bad initial hit.
That really was. That was nice. I mean, you're sitting there on the brink of losing it with that point, and they hustled out of bounds, brought it back in, hit it right where they weren't.
Sullivan comes in for Napsker. Speakman in the back to serve. Off number 10, trailer.
Caitlin Speakman's fired up tonight. She normally doesn't get that kind of a serve in and off of somebody for an ace, but that's her second ace tonight that she's had from back there in the serving position.
She's ready to try winning this game. Trailer to Neuter. Nice hit there.
I'll tell you what, if Coach Deweese can get the Fairfield Christian Knights to understand that back line there is exactly what you need. And Coach Ross doesn't want this one to get any closer, so she takes her second timeout. We have both coaches now that are totally out of their timeouts, but Coach Ross is sitting there only needing 1 point. Fairfield Christian's climbed back in it. They're only down 2, so it's 24-22 here. I want to talk a little bit here while we have a chance about these teams and what they're doing the rest of this season. Both of them have one more game in the league. Harvest Prep has Millersport visiting them Thursday night. It'll be their senior night at home. And Fairfield Christian Academy will travel to Fisher Catholic on Thursday night, and that'll be Fisher's senior night as everybody's wrapping up the season. And then all the teams start to look toward tournament play. And when we get a chance, we'll talk about what each of the teams have gotten in their draw, their seeds, and where they're going in the tournament for this next week. Also, we get a little opportunity. We might talk about the junior high volleyball tournament that's coming up this weekend. If you're watching this live on the internet, you have an opportunity to come and see it. If you're watching this on Sunday or something, you missed it.
Speakman to serve. Number 4. Nice hit there.
Got a little help on that one. I think it was going out.
Beatty with the hit. Back line again. Saw it and she capitalized.
Well, this is what it comes down to. This is a nail-biter here as Fairfield Christian and Caitlin Speakman. She'd give me a lot of hassle if I called her by her sister's name. Caitlin Speakman back to serve. Keeps that one in.
Back row. Nice job there by Nutar. Sullivan to the back row. Number 1, Carter over the net. Job there by Tucker. Good after effort there by the Warriors. Tucker sets up Sullivan.
Nice dig there. Oh, I think they missed a double hit there, but we're still playing on this long volley.
Nice job.
What they needed. Back 24-24. Nice hit by Beatty on the outside there. Got it off of the block and it went out of bounds.
Now it's win by 2, right?
It's win by 2, so now they've at least given themselves a chance. They were on life support there for a while. I think at 24-19, weren't they?
Yes, they were. Nice hit there, and it is in.
Number 5 does what she needs to get the ball back over to Harvest Prep after Fairfield Christian did a heck of a job getting back into this. Now it's teetering on the brink again, as they say. Number 1 for Harvest Prep going back to serve. That is going to be in the form of senior Taylor Clark. So we'll see if the senior can come through.
Serve is up. The serve is good. Tucker sets up Sullivan. Sullivan hits it over. Nice hit by Sullivan.
That was actually Beatty that came back with that second I hit, wasn't it? Or was that Sullivan?
I thought it was Sullivan, but hey, my eyes couldn't see me.
You know, we're up here in the crow's nest here with 2 blondes out there. Give us a break.
Exactly.
I have my distance class.
Now this is Beatty here back to serve. Correct.
Yes, this is number 16, junior Lindsay Beatty.
Beatty back to serve for the Knights.
That's a nice serve there. Going to make it hard on Harvest Prep.
Nice hit there by
nice dig out there by McGee.
Sullivan sets it over the net.
Tries the roll shot there, but
Carter with nice power hit. Wow.
Yep, they take it right back. So Fairfield Christian trying to stay in this one, but Harvest Prep says we want this first set. Now number 4 for Harvest Prep goes back. That's the other senior, Kayla Nutar.
Nutar with the serve. Doolittle with the hit over the net. Number 4, Nutar. Sets it up.
Nice play there by Emily Sullivan. Boy, I tell you what, that's what you want to see out of a senior on senior night. You're down, you can't lose the point. You make a play like that at the net. Good job by Emily Sullivan.
Albert substitutes for Maggie McGee. Seems to get a change of energy here. I don't know if they need any.
I think everybody's on their toes right now from both teams. They both want this first set.
They do.
He's going to be who doesn't make the mistake. It's a nice hit there by Doolittle, but Harvest Prep handles it. It's going to get the free ball back over. We'll see if Fairfield Christian can get the net.
Fisher.
Well, what I'm laughing at is Emily just did such a great job on that last point, and then that one just kind of dinked it into the net, didn't quite get it over. So now, once again, here's Harvest Prep's chance. They're up 1.
Carter with the serve to the back row. Tucker sets up Doolittle. Doolittle with a nice hit over the net.
Very nice hit. It's going to give Fairfield Christian the free ball, and they're going to try again.
Nice tip.
And they caught Harvest Prep in the net.
Wow, that's been multiple net calls tonight. They really got to watch out if they want to maintain their lead. It's just a little mistake too, you know. If you could get a hold of that.
Well, they're being. I got to give the officials credit tonight. I've watched a lot of high school volleyball this year, and I haven't seen the officials call it as close as they have tonight. But you know what? I got to agree with the calls most of the time on both ways.
Brown hits it into the net. Couldn't quite get it over.
So Emily Sullivan serving that one. The mistake by Harvest Prep gives Fairfield Christian the chance here. They're up 1.
28-27. Set there. Brown with the hit over the free ball. Tucker sets up Nasker. Nice hit by Nasker. Neuter to Brown. Tucker sets up Doolittle. Hitting the back row. And that is a nice set.
Fairfield Christian Academy comes through down at a point, I believe 24-19, and sneak back into this one and actually take it from Harvest Prep. So they take the first game 29-27. We're going to take a timeout here to talk to our sponsors as you are watching MSL on LSN.
Hey, great variety. Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome back to Fairfield Christian Academy as we have completed the first set tonight. It was an exciting match where Fairfield Christian came back from being down 5 points and on the brink of losing and actually won that one 29-27 to take the first set. Anything special you see in that first game, Nate?
Yeah, just both teams really just, focusing on other teams' weak spots, like Knights looking at Harvest Prep's, backcourt area, and also Harvest Prep really using their size just to block up front.
I think you kind of got the feeling that Harvest Prep, even though they were down early, still didn't feel like, this game was really going to be anything. And then they, crawled back in it, took control, and went down to the end. And then I think they were a little bit shell-shocked there at the end that Fairfield Christian was actually able to get back up in there and take that one. But we'll see what happens here as we get ready to start the second set here. Harvest Prep will get the serve. So
we have to give some credit tonight to our crew members who are filming and editing this game. We have Jordan Brake on camera, Dane Alexander, and Junior Collins on camera. Nate Howes, right, your one and only, with David DeWeese. And then we also have Ian Parrish doing graphics along with the one and the only JT Bertram.
The legend, the myth, the man, the legend, Mr. JT Bertram. Well, I'll tell you what, the media team here does such a great job of covering high school sports, not only here at Fairfield Christian, but you guys have branched out and even doing some of the other local teams this season. So they have to be happy with that. We'll see now if that energy that Fairfield Christian ended the first set with can take them through the second set.
Nutar to serve for the Warriors. Right at the feet and hands of McGee.
Tell you what, that was a great serve there by the senior, I believe. She put some spin on that, and that thing dropped right in front of McGee. Does it again, but this time McGee gets it. Hits it way too high, though. And right off of the bat, Harvest Prep jumps right back on top, 2-0.
Nutar to serve for the Warriors. Serve is up, and the serve is good, but it is out. I was wrong. Spoke too soon.
I'll tell you what, that actually helps Fairfield Christian there because she was on with those first two serves. Got two aces, but now Beatty, one of the better servers for the Knights, back. She shows it with a nice serve there.
Right at the feet of Ross. Brown with a nice spike to the hands of Speakman.
They went right outside to their bread and butter there. Number 22, the junior, Brown.
Carter back to serve for the Warriors. To McGee. The libero sets up Sullivan. Number 4, Nutar sets up Brown. She got the point for the Warriors.
And they puts Harvest Prep up 4-1. I'll tell you what, Emily Sullivan, at least that time, timed her jump well, got her hands on the block, but nobody could pick up as it came off.
Carter for the serve there for the Warriors.
Yep. They call another double block on Fairfield Christian, this time on Tucker. And as we pointed out earlier, at least the officials tonight are being consistent. They're calling it both ways. They're calling that double hit when it happens.
Yeah, they are.
Fairfield Christian down in the hole now, 1-5.
Carter with the serve. Off the hands of Speakman again.
And then Coach Mary Beth Luis is going to take a quick timeout here. She's seen this happen several times this year where her team, after a really tough game, a hard game, they come back out and they just kind of seem a little deflated in the next game out. And they don't start off very well, so she's calling this timeout to hopefully get them back in sync. Of course, Coach Judy Rose for Harvest Prep right now telling her girls, this is the way we play. This is what we want. We want to be up with the net. We want to have those attacks and those kills, and we want to make sure we have good, hard serves. So as long as they keep playing this way, it'll make it very tough on Fairfield Christian to get back into this one.
Carter back to serve for the Warriors, hoping to keep this lead going as it's 6-1. Serve is up and good. McGee sets up Beatty. Nice solid hit over the net. Ross with a hit for the Warriors. Tucker sets up Sullivan. Nice soft touch. Brown with a hit over the net. Got the point on the Knights.
You can kind of see right now Fairfield Christian struggling with Harvest Prep's attack. They're starting to get their groove on, I guess is the way you'd put it, and getting those attacks down on the front row. Fairfield Christian actually finally got him to have a free ball over that time, but could not get their attack to work.
Carter back to serve. Hit by Doolittle. Nice power behind that. Warriors respond with a hit from Brown. Again, Brown. And that point will go. A little confusion here, maybe, between the officiators.
I think the official up, Ron Hanna, is going to not overrule, but say he didn't see the hit in the net. So in this particular case, they're going to call this a replay.
Okay.
So while we have this little timeout on the floor, we're going to talk a little bit about these two teams in the tournament draw. Harvest Prep got the 6th seed in the Division IV volleyball tournament that was held this last weekend. Fairfield Christian was the 12th seed. And because of that, they each were seeded that way, and then they picked the brackets in order that they got on, and we'll tell you about their opponents when we get a chance.
Served by Carter. Tucker sets up Doolittle. Nice hit in the back.
And finally, the attack the Knights were looking at to stop the bleeding there by Doolittle. It was a real nice one. She put it off and into the back corner.
Albert subs in for McGee.
Now we'll see if Fairfield Christian can crawl back in this one, down 5.
Tucker back to serve for the Knights. Nice set there. Okay.
I was just kind of waiting on that one. I'm starting. You can hear the double hit sometimes, even all the ways up here in the crow's nest, with the headphones on. And that time you could hear it. Up official Ron Hanna calls it.
Doolittle with the hit back on the Warriors.
The Warriors handle it, get it back over. So we're gonna have to see what Fairfield Christian does with it this time.
Albert with the hit.
Albert can't get it over off of the set by Tucker.
Into the net. All right, number 22, Brown. She is back to serve.
And we have a freshman, Samantha Collier, that came in for Allie Albert this time.
Nice.
They sent right at her. And Collier actually handled that one, but as it went off, I don't know, Sullivan over there kind of got in the way of Tucker trying to get to that.
Brown to serve.
Nice receive there by Beatty on the hard serve.
Collier couldn't quite get over the net there.
No, that was a little bit of a freshman mistake there with how she went to that attack. She saw the double block and just kind of then didn't hit it hard or hit it over him and kind of hit it down in the net.
Brown to serve back to Speakman, Libra. Nice, hit a nice block by Harvest Prep. Taylor Clark, senior. Living her last days well.
And you're kind of wondering right now what happened to Fairfield Christian. They've kind of gone away, but really Harvest Prep is just really kind of not giving Fairfield Christian a chance right now with their attacks at the net and their blocks.
Nice hit over the net by Beatty for the Knights. Set to Clark, and it is out.
And that time they got Harvest Prep to make the mistake, so they get the serve back. They're down 7 now, 4-11, but Emily Sullivan's going to go back to serve, and hopefully the senior can get some of the momentum back for the Knights.
Brown hits it back. Carter. Wow, they got that over by the skin of their teeth. Couldn't quite get it over.
That shows you right now Fairfield Christian just is not with it. I mean, they had a really nice serve there that was practically out. Harvest Prep gets it back over, and Fairfield Christian lets it drop.
Serves up by Trailer. Tucker sets up Nafsker. Nice pop over the net there by Nafsker. Number 1, Carter hits it. It is out.
I think that's the second time Carter's hit that one out long over there. I think the Knights would like to see maybe her keep attacking instead of Brown up there. Of course, Brown no longer in the front row.
Libro now in, number 14. Set it to Ross.
That was a nice try there by Ross to go cross court. There was a little bit of an opening in the Knights defense over there on that side, but she just hit it a tad bit long outside.
Doolittle to serve for the Knights. Solid serve.
That was a real nice serve there by Doolittle. Dropped that one right in front of 5.
going to be the Knights serve again.
Garrett Carter there, number 5, is just a sophomore in the back. Not a whole lot of youth. One freshman, one sophomore on Harvest Prep side, whereas the Knights have a lot of youth actually on their side, playing sophomores and freshmen.
Nice block there by Master.
And I think that's what Coach DeWeese has her in there for.
Master hits it out of bounds. Score is now 7-13 with the Knights trailing.
You know, the Knights have gotten back in this, and they're not letting Harvest Prep get too much further in front of them, but they're not getting any, reducing the gap any.
Speakman with a hit. Nice solid hit there by Speakman.
That was a nice hit by Speakman. In that particular case, the Knights were a little bit out of sorts there. They were kind of running into each other, but out of the back row, nowhere. Caitlin Speakman, the senior, says, I'll step up and hit that. Kind of took Harvest Prep off guard.
McGee back in and serve for the Knights. Nice hit there, McGee, but it is too far.
Yeah, that may, I don't know, that's like her third serve out, so Coach DeWeese has a tendency after you miss quite a few serves to not let you serve. But, you know, she is a senior. Coach DeWeese may let her continue to serve tonight.
Nice set there to Carter. She got it in. A point will go to the Harvest Prep Warriors, who are playing exceptionally well tonight.
Right now they are at 15-8.
Clark back to serve. Tucker sets up for Beatty. Nice hit to the back row. Carter's back, able to respond with that hit. Nice hit there by Brown. Solid and powerful. Over the hands and through the hands of McGee.
Well, what Harvest Prep has started to do is they started to handle the Fairfield Christians' long attacks into the back row, and now they're getting them back up and actually getting some attacks off of that.
Clark to serve. Master sets up Doolittle into the back row.
That time Doolittle got it back there and they were able to get the attack to work. Morgan Furness into the game for Maggie McGee in the back row. That happened on the last rotation. She actually handled that serve and got a real nice serve up there.
Sullivan in for Nafsker.
Speakman's going to go back. The senior Libro with serve at down 9-16.
Nice hit there by Brown. Tucker sets up Beatty. Double hit.
Yeah, like we said, they've been consistent on that. That one I'm not sure I really know. This is where I'm not a volleyball official, and I'm not for sure. But that one I really wasn't quite sure why it was double hit. But
nice hit there by Tucker. Nice rally there by the Knights. Looking at that extra effort. Nice dig there by Doolittle as Tucker sets up Sullivan.
Knights are making the Harvest Prep earn this one, and they did by hitting the coffin corner there on Doolittle. But you got to give the Knights credit there. There was twice where Harvest Prep hit a nice attack on them, and they still got the ball back over.
Nutar to serve. Senior number 4.
And so with Fairfield Christian trailing in the second set, 9-18, they're down 9. So Harvest Prep just continually inches up and makes the lead even bigger and bigger. So Coach Mary Beth DeWeese takes her second timeout. That's her final timeout in this set. Our Harvest Prep, I don't think has used any in this set, but really there hasn't been a need to, as they've pretty much been in command the whole game. So with Fairfield Christian taking the first game, 29-27, and putting Harvest Prep kind of in a bad spot there at the end of the game by coming back from they're down 5 points and pushing it into extra points. And you have to win by 2 when the score gets up there to 25, so by at least 2. This way, this game doesn't look like that will be a problem for Harvest Prep, as they're up 18-9 and in complete control right now.
Nutar to serve for the Warriors. Looks like Tucker's going to set up Sullivan for the hit. Nice tip of the net there. Tucker sets up Beatty. Nice block there by Trailer. Brown with a power hit at the hands of Speakman. Right at the hands, brother.
That time Harvest Prep adjusted their attack so they didn't go quite in the middle. They sent Brown out halfway to the outside attack and halfway to the middle, and the Knights weren't able to get a block on it.
Nutar with a nice serve. Hit it smack in the, right where it hurts. Hit it right in the almost third area.
Yeah, it was obvious Caitlin Speakman misjudged that one. She wasn't able to get that pass up at all, and Harvest Prep in control, 20-9.
Nutar to serve for the Warriors. Furnace, nice hit over there. She's a junior for the Knights. Brown with a nice tip over. Tucker responds. And Sullivan hits to the back row off the hands of Mitchell, the libero.
And that was kind of the formula there that helped them get through that first set by hitting it to the back row. If you watch Harvest Prep's defense, they really leave that back row open with one player defending it. They get their blockers up there. They get their other players behind them for the block dink. So you just almost are forced to have to hit that thing hard and long.
Tucker sets up Beatty. Nice power, and it is out.
Yeah, she tried to go for that back corner, or that back line I've been talking about there. Just went a little bit long there.
A little too far.
So Harvest Prep now up 21-10.
Eating her Wheaties. Carter back to serve for the Warriors. Tucker sets up Doolittle. Right in the net.
So Harvest Prep continues to put distance between them and the Fairfield Christian Knights here in the second set. They're up 22-10.
Carter to serve. Off the hands of the libero, 14 Mitchell.
Tell you what, I know it'll be a really tough assignment for Fairfield Christian to get back in and actually win this game. But one of the things they're continually learning, I think, is how to attack Harvest Prep. They have to get an attack. If they pass it over in 3 on a free ball and let Harvest Prep set up for that attack, they're in a lot of trouble. So
Tucker couldn't quite get it over. It's going to put the score 11-23. Knights trailing. Brown back to serve. Looks like it's going to be long.
Yeah, that one went back to Franklin County, I think, where Harvest Prep is from. No hard call there for Mr. Furnace on the back line.
Sullivan serve. Nice set there by Clark, and she got it over and scored. Score is now 24-12. Match point.
Harvest Prep was at 24 before in the first set. Of course, Fairfield Christian didn't quite have as far to climb as they do this time to get this set underneath.
The ball is out, served by Trailer. Looks like Doolittle's going to be in the backcourt, ready to serve for the Knights. Nice hit there. Nutar. Clark.
Yep, another double hit. That one I did see. Of course, someone might say I'm a little biased, and that was on the Harvest Prep side, but
can they do it, Dave? 14-24?
I'll tell you what, I've seen some matches where that just would not have been called. It kind of depends on the
officiator.
Yep.
Looks like we have Ross with the hit over for the in the midst of them all.
And that's all they needed, Harvest Prep, to finish off that one and actually get back in this match as they take the second set, 25-14. And they even things up here with Fairfield Christian. So as we finish off this second set and we get ready to come back for set 3, we're going to go ahead and take this break again for our sponsors as we remind you that you are watching MSL Live Action on LSN.
ServiceMaster cleaned by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
Central Ohio General Surgeons are physicians who have advanced training that allows them to perform invasive procedures for their patients. At Central Ohio General Surgeons, your appointment includes time for examination and discussion. Please feel free to ask any questions at any time. 740-654-6213. Thank them for supporting FMP Sports.
This week with Sheriff Dave Phelan on LSN TV, Lancaster Time Warner Cable Channel 9. Great guests and important information on This Week with Sheriff Dave Phelan. Available online at lancasterohio.tv.
Yeah, that's true.
We're back here at Fairfield Christian Academy as we're getting ready to start the third set. This will be an important set for both teams as Fairfield Christian kind of went away in that second one, gave Harvest Prep pretty much an easy road to winning that one as the final score was 25-14. And in volleyball, a score of 25-14 is kind of a lopsided victory. So Fairfield Christian, after doing so well here on senior night in that first game, to take the heavily favored Warriors out at the end of the match there, kind of lost a little bit there. So we'll see what Coach DeWeese comes up with for here in the third set. We do want to mention, again, where these teams actually ended up on the draw this last weekend in their tournament play. Harvest Prep, who was the 6th seed, actually will be playing Delaware Christian in tournament. I think it's actually on October 17th. If they happen to win that, they will then play the winner of Worthington Christian, who was like the 3rd or 4th seed, I can't quite remember, and Ridgedale. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. There's going to actually be Worthington Christian and Grove City play, and then the winner of that plays Ridgedale. So that's kind of one bracket there that Harvest Prep is in. Now, Fairfield Christian on the other side, they were 12th seeded. They actually get the opportunity to play a familiar foe from previous years as an old Mocal foe in Madison Christian is their first game, and that's next Tuesday night, a week from tonight. So I think that's what? That's the 16th, is it? Tonight's
I think so, yeah.
8th or what do we got? It's the 8th plus 7, 15th. I'm sorry, that's the 15th that they're going to play. So if you're watching this live on the internet, you've got that down. Even this weekend, if you're watching this on tape delay, Tuesday night, Fairfield Christian will be playing. Now, one of the things they've done in the tournament, too, now for volleyball is, and they've done this, I think, in basketball, too, is in the sectionals, the higher-seeded team plays host for the game. So Fairfield Christian will actually travel to Madison Christian, who is the 4th seed in the tournament. So a huge challenge for the 12-seeded Fairfield Christian Knights. But I honestly believe that Coach Mary Beth Deweese feels her team can compete with Madison Christian and make a game of it. Harvest Prep, being the highest seed when they take on Delaware Christian, will have the Delaware Christian Eagles traveling to Harvest Prep and taking them on their home floor. So that's how the tournament for volleyball works out for these two teams in the Division IV Central District.
We have Beatty back to serve for the Knights, hoping to get some momentum going for the Knights, see if they can win this set.
I think one of the keys will be for them not to get down early to Harvest Prep, and that right there helps.
It does.
An ace by Beatty.
At the feet of Haley Ross, Jr. Beatty up to serve again. Nice tip there by Doolittle.
Well, we'll see how this one plays out, but if you couldn't have called for a better start for the Knights there, getting an ace and then a real nice net play there.
Beatty again to serve for the Knights. Serve is up and over. Neuter sets up Clark. And she got the point for the Warriors.
That time Clark saw the block, saw that Fairfield Christian had kind of pulled back in the defense and just hit it right over the block and dinked it right down on the sideline.
Neuter to serve for the Warriors. Sullivan, a little confusion there between Libro and Sullivan, not quite knowing which one was going to hit.
Well, one of the things that Coach Mary Beth Deweese has been preaching Fairfield Christian for quite a while is about communication. There's a little bit of lack of it right there. When they're talking with each other, they play well.
McGee with a nice hit. Neuter sets up Carter. Off the hands of Sullivan. That'll equal a point for the Warriors.
Sullivan in position again there on that block, but the block just came off and went right down in front of her.
Neuter to serve. It's like Tucker's going to set up Doolittle. A double hit.
They call a double hit on Tucker there.
I've noticed that Harvest Prep has really been able to minimize their net violations in these past two sets.
Yeah, well, I think that Coach Rose told them that, let's make sure we stop having this problem and get off of the net some. So you see them now, they're playing about a couple good 6 inches off of the net and still able to get their blocks in there.
Nice cross-court hit there by Clark.
And for the first time, we have another freshman. As I said, the Knights have a lot of youth on their team. Freshman Ruthie Johnson comes in for the senior Emily Sullivan.
Tucker sets up Johnson. On her first hit, she hits it out.
Well, Johnson saw the tall block there in the middle again, tried to go over it, tried to hit that back line. It was a good thought, just didn't get it. So that 2-0 start is quickly evaporated as Harvest Prep now is up 6-2.
Trailer with a nice hit over the net. Doolittle for hit, and it is going to be out.
Well, the mistakes keep coming for Fairfield Christian right now. Harvest Prep up 7-2.
Newtar to serve. So Tucker's going to set up Doolittle. Nice job there by Mitchell. Nice dig there by Beatty. And it is going to be Harvest's point. They're really harvesting the points right now.
Yeah, they are. I'll give you some credit for that one.
Thank you.
Well, Fairfield Christian once again finds themselves in a hole early after a really nice first 2 points, but they're right now just letting Harvest Prep get the attack up at the net and having some trouble with getting their own attacks to go. A lot of mistakes. Coach Mary Beth Louise takes her first time out here of this third set, knowing that she really does not want to drop this one and have to try to win two more sets after this. So she's going to try to stop the bleeding right here and get her team to talk, to work, and get back in it.
And ultimately win.
That's the idea. Isn't that one of the old famous quotes? It doesn't matter who wins or loses. Why do they keep score?
Exactly. That's why playing as an Upward as a kid was so frustrating for me. Good organization.
Yeah, yes, it's a good organization. Upward has its purpose and it's and does a really good ministry by using athletics.
Newtar to serve. Tucker's going to set it up to Doolittle. Right to the hands of Carter. Carter hit it, and it is out.
That time they decided to bypass Brown in the center. Kind of surprised about that. She was right there ready to take it, and they went outside to Carter, and Carter hit long. So Tucker's going to get a chance to try to get Fairfield Christian back in this.
And Albert in for senior Maggie McGee. Mitchell with the set to Newtar. Nice hit there to Brown, right in the backcourt where no one was.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure on that one. Lindsay Beatty back there what she was thinking. She was way up, away from the end line, and watched it hit right beside of her. That ball would have had to have a lot of help to get out past the end line.
Sure. Sophomore, Tiara Carter with the serve. Johnson with the hit.
That's actually Allie Albert that hit that one.
Thank you.
Harvest Prep making one of their few errors tonight up at the net. They had some of those in that first set, not many at all in set number 2. So that'll help if they start having some fatigue or some problems up there at the net.
It is out, right on the line though. Nice call there by the line judge. Really watching it. Brown back to serve. Nice hit there by the libero. Huth with a hit across the court. Newtar sets up Clark. Nice block there by Clark. Getting in position and using her height, using her skill to block that ball.
So Harvest Prep again, almost like in the first match or the second match, getting a very strong lead here at 11-4 on the Lady Knights.
Huth couldn't quite capitalize on that hit. I think she might have hit on the wrong part of her hand and went down instead of up. Substitution, we have Nasser coming in for Huth. Brown back to serve for the Warriors. Off the hand of Lindsay Beatty, Jr.
This is one of those phenomenons as a primarily a basketball person and coach. It just amazes me here in volleyball sometimes how momentum can just go on one side of the court, and a team that was really playing well all of a sudden just kind of can't get anything done. Now that might help right there as Albert hit that ball. Nice on the attack, and Harvest Prep came back. They tried to hit that one long and find the back end line, but it went just a little bit long, so Doolittle back to serve.
Doolittle, see if she can get something going here for the Knights. Nice job by Brown. Couldn't quite keep it in, but good effort though. Trying to use that confusion to their benefit.
And the libero for the Warriors comes in after that last one. The freshman.
Doolittle to serve. Nice dig there by Carter. Albert sets up Nasker, and she hits it out. A little too far.
You know, one of the things that's happening right now is Fairfield Christian, they're not getting the attacks they were getting there in that first game. They're trying, just not quite getting them to hit on that back line.
Nice serve there by Traylor. Lutar sets up Clark. Albert sets up Beatty into the back court of the Warriors side. Clark hits it, and she hits it too far on the opposite side of the line.
Beatty didn't get the kill on that last one, but that was a great adjustment as the pass from Albert, which was a bump, went way outside, and she had to change over. She's a right-handed attacker, but hit it with her left hand there, got it inside of the antenna, and kept it in play.
Worked out well for him. McGee back to serve for the Knights.
And
Traylor sets it up.
McGee gets that serve in there, makes it difficult on Harvest Prep.
Beatty's going to hit it to the back of the court, but again, she's going to hit it too far.
And that's just way too many hits on the back line that have gone out now. And keeps Harvest Prep in complete command of this game, up 15-7.
Haley Ross back to serve. Into the net. Score is now going to be 8-15, again with the Knights trailing. Substitution here, we have Collier coming in for Nasker.
And the Collier, the freshman, is going to be given the opportunity to serve here in that spot.
Collier back to serve. Nice job by Clark. Johns with a nice little tip over the net. Lutar sets it to Clark. Carter, I'm sorry. And they capitalize on that play.
There's a substitution for the Lady Knights as Morgan Furness comes in. The junior comes in for the other junior, Doolittle, to play a little back row.
Senior Taylor Clark ready to serve. And that's going to go right into the net.
Well, it's getting down to where it's now or never time for the Fairfield Christian Lady Knights as they're down 7, 9-16. Now they got their best server back in Lindsay Beatty. So not that helps or not.
Nice dig there by number 4, Nutar. Doolittle to hit over on the Warrior side. Nice dig there by Collier. Johnson hits it back to the back row. And Nutar couldn't quite get it.
You know, it's starting to sound like a broken record here, but you know that is the place to go against this Harvest Prep defense, and when the Knights find it, they get a point.
Seems to work for them really well. Beatty back to serve, right to the center.
Good
Ross.
serve, I'll tell you.
Nice hit there by Nutar.
Yeah, that's got to give some gray hairs there to Coach Mary Beth Louise. I don't want to see any of those on her head, but it was a real nice play there by the Knights, and then all of a sudden the ball just comes back over, and they didn't quite get it where they want.
Doolittle hit. Set by Doolittle. Tucker tips it over. Brown was able to wiggle that one right over the net. Nice block there by Brown.
It's a nice volley here by both teams.
It is. Still going, too.
I'll tell you that. If they'd let number 10 get away with that one, that's a trailer there. Risha Trailer. If they'd let her get away with that one, I was going to be like, okay, I don't know what a call is anymore because she lifted that one over the net. But official Ron Hanna called it. That puts Tucker back into serve, and she gets one to fall in there for an ace.
Nice.
Boy, I tell you what, they needed it that time. Tucker came through with it.
See if she can do the same. Tucker back to serve again. Newtar to Brown. Brown with the hit across the court. Doolittle with a hit to the backcourt. Opposite side of the line.
Right idea. They're trying to go line, but thought she might be able to get them to try to go for that block, but they let it go and it went out. So Harvest Prep gets it back 18-12. Again, seem to be in command of this third set.
Carter with the serve there for the Warriors. Alba with a nice hit over. Nice hit there by Newtar. And the Knights with the second effort, but couldn't quite get it over. Back to serve again. The sophomore, Tiara Carter. Alba with a hit. Nice response there by Mitchell. Johnson with the hit across the court there. Brown with a nice spike.
Trying to figure out on that one how there wasn't something with the net, because I didn't see the ball hit the net. It went straight down, but I saw the net move, so.
Something happened there. Score is now 20-12 with the Warriors in lead. Both teams with on timeouts right now.
I don't remember if I think Fairfield Christian's already taken one. That may be their second one, so they're out for this third set. And again, the Warriors in command at 20-12. So Coach Mary Beth DeWeese trying to get her troops rallied around, try to get them playing back. Probably saying something like, "Hey, remember that first game, girls? We can do this."
Yes.
But do want to mention that this Friday night, if you're listening on the internet right now, just want to encourage you to come on over to New Lexington, which is actually the home field for Fairfield Christian Knights football team, as it is their senior night, and they take on Byrne Union in a very important league match, as both teams now are 1-0 in the league, and both teams looking for aspirations and winning the Mid-State League Cardinal in football. So.
Carter back to serve there for the Warriors. Do a little free ball over the net. Nice block there by Johnson. Nice block there by Brown, but couldn't quite keep it on the other side. Nice job there by Doolittle, connecting with that ball. Brown at the feet of Beatty.
Well, Fairfield Christian's had a couple of opportunities up at the net, but they haven't been able to get a kill or get anything past the Warriors' defense, and that time the Warriors were able to put the ball down on a nice hard spike.
Tiara Carter to serve. Tucker sets it up to Doolittle. Nice strong hit, but Mitchell's able to return. Albert and the ball. And that is going to be Harvest's point.
Yeah, that one hit the antenna as it was coming over right there. So it hit the net, but it also hit the antenna at the same time on Albert's outside spike. So Harvest Prep there gets a 22-12 lead.
Carter back to serve again for the Warriors. Nice block there by Brown, but the Knights are able to recover from that. Good extra effort there by the Knights.
And finally in this third game, something a little bright spot there for the Knights is some nice net play there by Doolittle, and also a nice recovery in the back there by Beatty keeping after the ball. But they are down 22-13 as Sullivan goes back to serve, the senior.
Sullivan,
and she gets an ace.
Off the hands of Mitchell.
And the freshman comes out, the libero.
Mitchell is going to be replaced by number 15, Haley Ross. Sullivan back to serve for the Knights, hoping to get a spark into a fire. Again, the point's going to go to the Knights.
Well, he called a double hit on that serve there. You don't normally see that, but evidently that one was blatant enough that he was going to make the call.
Nice hit there by Newtar. Doolittle sets up Albert. Guitar to Brown. Nice response by Beatty. Good hit to the backcourt by Doolittle. Doolittle again with a hit to the backcourt and off the hands of Taylor Clark.
That'll make Coach DeWeese happy there, is that the Knights finally, in an exchange of a volley across the net for several times, finally got the kill to go down in that back corner.
Sullivan in the backcourt, ready to serve and ready to get a point here for the Knights. Brown with a nice hit, but Beatty had a nice response.
That was a real nice dig there by Beatty. But the block comes back down on Nafsker, who gets called for the lift there because it landed right on her shoulder and stayed for a second.
Can't help that one.
Well, you can't. That is a lift, technically by the definition, and what it is. Actually, if that thing had actually bounced off of her shoulder and back up, which she'd been okay, but it actually kind of sat there for a second.
Brown back to serve for the Harvest Prep Warriors. Nice block there by number 1, Taylor Clark.
So Harvest Prep with a chance to close out set 3 here at 24-16. Brown back to serve.
Brown to serve. Tucker sets up Nafsker. Nice job there by Mutar. Nice. That point's going to go to the Knights.
They're going to call number 4 there, the setter for the Warriors, for going underneath the net after she went up there to get that. She actually stepped over the line.
Doolittle to serve for the Knights.
Nice serve by Doolittle, forces Harvest Prep to put the ball back right over to him.
Nafsker trying to connect, but couldn't quite keep it in bounds.
And that gives Harvest Prep that 3rd set. They take it 25-17 and take a 2-1 lead over Fairfield Christian. So we're going to be coming back for the 4th set of this match after we check in with our sponsors here as we were watching MSL on LSN.
This year, Operation Christmas Child collected and delivered its 100 millionth shoebox gift since 1993. That's a huge number, especially when the gospel goes alongside each box. Just think of all the lives that have been changed over the years. If that's the power of a simple gift, imagine the amazing power of 100 million simple gifts. Did you know if all the children who have gotten shoebox gifts held hands, they would circle the globe twice? If all 100 million shoeboxes were stacked up, they would be 26,000 times taller than the Empire State Building. 100 million is a big number. Let's put it into perspective. 100 million words, you'd have to read the entire Bible over 120 times to read 100 million words. $100 million, that's more than Michael Jordan made playing pro basketball. 100 million is a big number, but it's not just about that. It's about all the children reached for Christ. There are still billions of children living in need of hope and in need of a Savior. 100 million shoebox gifts is a giant number, but billions of unreached children are waiting. So get involved with Operation Christmas Child.
Welcome back to MSL on LSN as we watch the Knights take on Harvest Prep Warriors. The set score is 3-2 with Harvest Prep leading, but both teams playing extra well. We like to take this time also to recognize that there's a cross-country race for the league meet at Millersport High School starting at 11:40. Go out and support your local teams and make a difference.
So tell me who's favored to win that cross-country meet, Nate?
In all humility, the Knights are by a long shot.
I would think so. The Knights cross-country team doing very well this season. Mr. Nate Howell's beside of me, one of the runners on that team.
Yes, sir. But all the teams in MSL are, competing well, but we have a little bit of an edge on them, so we're hoping to go out and, take the victory. first team.
You guys
All-MSL.
have aspirations of going somewhere after that
Yes.
in the districts?
Hopefully move on to regionals and ultimately go to states. So
that is the goal.
Takes hard work, but we can do it.
As for any team. Volleyball has their Central District tournament starting next week, as we've already talked about. Cross country has their league meet this weekend, and then the following weekend would be your district
race. Yes, sir. At Watkins Memorial.
So things are starting to wrap up here a little bit. Of course, football now just kind of in swing, as the second league game for the Mid-State League is this weekend.
Nutar to serve there for the Warriors. Sullivan with the hit for the Knights. Nice tip there. Nice job by Tucker with that dig. That second effort is what really matters.
I have to agree with the official on that one, too. I thought there was actually a lift before that one that they called, but that lift does help Fairfield Christian get the point.
Lift the spirits.
And the serve for Beatty.
Nice serve by Beatty. That's a Knights connect. Let's hope that they don't repeat what happened last set and they're able to keep the momentum.
If you take a look at and diagnose this entire match tonight, you basically saw the adrenaline of senior night come out in good form, which sometimes doesn't happen for the Knights there in that first game. As they went out to a strong start, Harvest Prep came back in it and crept back in it, and then there was just a wild end of the match as Harvest Prep had a huge advantage at 24-19, and the Knights actually came back in, took that to several extra points, and won it 29-27. And then in the next two sets, Harvest Prep won kind of in command with a 25-14 and a 25-17. So this time the Knights in the game 4 for them, which is crucial. They lose this, and this match is over.
Nice job. A nice dig there by Carter. Nice hit in the back by Sullivan. It is in. They don't call you Dr. Day for nothing, do they?
They do not. That back, I just tell you, that back line is golden right now for the Knights tonight if they can get it. But what was impressive about that was Harvest Prep made a really nice play, but this time Fairfield Christian hung with it, got the ball back up, and got an attack.
Tucker with the serve for the Knights. Brown with a nice tip over the net.
The junior Brown, she's all legs and arms. That's hard to defend when they get that ball that up to the net for her. The Knights just have nobody with that kind of height.
Couldn't quite connect on that serve, though.
Well, if there's anything that's going to help the Knights out, it's stuff like that from Harvest Prep. I'm sure Coach Judy Rose doesn't like to see that, and she just wants to get this game over with and get out of here with the victory.
A substitution for the Knights as number 10, Mariah Huth, comes in for Speakman. And he serves in. The Knights are leading early here, 6-2 in this set, hoping to maintain this lead.
That was one of those where I think everybody thought it might be going out, but I tell you what, it dropped right in there.
Sullivan back to serve for the Knights. Yep, the Knights got that point.
Coach Judy Rose right now saying, where did my team go? They were in command of the last two sets, and this time they're falling down 7-2. Sullivan sends that one way deep, just exactly the way she needed to.
Tucker sets up Doolittle. Nice power hit by Doolittle off the hands of the Warriors. And the Warriors hit it out.
Tell you what, the Knights can keep this pressure up. They just might force this match into a game 5, and we will be here a little bit longer tonight.
Sullivan back to serve. Nice serve by her. Brown hits it, tips the net, rolls over.
Kind of caught the Knights all flat-footed on that one as it hit the net. I think the Knights thought it might go into the net the way she hit that, but it hit the top and rolled right over and down.
By the luck of the net. Trayer to serve. Albert with the point. Good job by Allie Albert.
That was one of those where it's nice she got that into the block, but that went down on their side, on Harvest Prep side of the net.
Doolittle serve for the Knights. Nice set there by Brown. Nice after effort there by Speakman. Couldn't quite get it over.
Oh, you can even hear me going, oh, because that was a nice couple of digs out there, but Speakman just not enough power to get it up and over.
Haley Ross back to serve for the Warriors. Tucker sets it up to Beatty. Nice hit. The Warriors respond with a hit from Carter. Huth. Nice hit there by Clark.
Again, the Warriors have a real nice attack where they kind of hit it in between the outside attack and the middle attack there on the one side.
Haley Ross back to serve for the Warriors. Beatty with the hit. Ross with nice dive and nice set there. Good effort. Albert sets up Huth. Nice job by Libro Speakman. The Knights got that point. That was quite the intense volley. Too bad it had to end on a mistake like that.
Yeah, it was a nice volley back and forth. A nice dig in the back by senior libero Caitlin Speakman for the Knights there. Kept the ball alive, and then the Harvest Prep. And of course, Harvest Prep has made some mistakes in this fourth set of the match, allowing the Knights to have a 10-5 lead here.
McGee to serve for the Knights. Double hit again.
And Coach Judy Rose says, I need to take a timeout here as the Knights have come out strong in this fourth game. They're not wanting to go home yet as they have an 11-5 lead and have taken command here in set number 4. Of course, volleyball is played for the best of 5. If they should happen to go to a game 5 and Fairfield Christian able to hang on to this, that 5th game will only be to 15 points. So we've seen some issues here throughout this match, kind of back and forth, where one team has really jumped out on the other team. Fairfield Christian did it in the first game, got up early, and then, of course, Harvest Prep came back and looked like they were in command. Harvest Prep in the next 2 games got out early and didn't look back. Now we'll see if what can happen here with Fairfield Christian. Coach Judy Rose is talking to her team right now about not wanting to have this game go into a game 5 because it can go either way when that happens. You got 15 points, and you just don't know. It depends on who has the momentum, gets the lucky net call or something like that. So,
senior Maggie McGee back to serve for the Knights.
And we do want to recognize the 3 seniors for Fairfield Christian. That's the libero Caitlin Speakman, the back row defensive player serving right now, Maggie McGee, and the front row player, Emily Sullivan, number 2.
Off the hands of McGee as it goes to the back of the gym. Number 1, Taylor Clark to serve. Tucker couldn't quite connect on that. Trying to get that set, but trying to get the tip over the net, but couldn't quite get it.
Well, serve receive that time. Went right up to the net where Brown could get to it, and Clark, and wasn't much that the setter, Sydney Tucker, could do with that one.
Clark back to serve. Nice job there by Beatty.
I'm not sure that's the way they drew that one up, as Tucker actually set it on the other side to Harvest Prep, but Beatty got up there and got the block. I think that kind of took Harvest Prep off guard because the set came over on their side, and when they went to attack, they didn't realize Beatty was there.
FCA right on the net there. Make sure they got to watch out for that. Nice job there by Sullivan. Some nice tips.
Real nice volley here by both teams. Finally, Fairfield Christian gets it back deep.
Brown with that power hit.
That's just hard to defend there, right there, as Brown puts it down on the Knights.
We've seen that hit over and over again throughout these sets, and it's worked for her really well. It worked for the team.
And what Fairfield Christian wants to do is they want to keep Harvest Prep from being able to get into that attack mode. That's not going to help right there, as again, Fairfield Christian sends the ball right up to the net, where Brown's able to just put her big hands up there. I'm not sure they're really that big, but her long arms up there and put it right back down. This time Speakman gets the set up where Tucker can handle it.
Nice job there by Sullivan, connecting with that ball. Carter hits it in the backcourt and out of bounds. It's going to put the Knights up by 4 as they lead 14 to 9. I'm sorry, I was right the first time. 13 to 9.
And in for a short stint there was junior Morgan Furness, and she went back row for Doolittle, but Doolittle comes back in to be on the attack here.
Brown with the hit for the Warriors. Tucker sets up Doolittle. Doolittle hits it, and it is blocked, but it goes to the Knights.
That's one of the things that Doolittle needs to do off that double block, if she can, is try to get it off the outside blocker so that it hits that antenna after they hit it. They get it called out.
Beatty with a powerful serve right down the middle. Brown with a hit, and she can't quite keep it in bounds.
And if Dr. DeWeese here is diagnosing this, that right there is a key. If you can get Harvest Prep not to get that second set up where they can attack it, then you've got a chance.
Again, another powerful hit there by Beatty. Really using that gift of strength to perform.
And that time they were able to get that pass up. Tucker sent the ball in the back on a set, and that unfortunately gave Harvest Prep the chance to get it up and get the nice attack on.
Nice job by Tiara Carter. Seeing the open hit and capitalizing on it. Carter serve off the hands of Collier. Little mistakes like that are very, very important.
Well, you're sitting right now, Christian is sitting up there, was at 15-10, now they're at 15-11 up. So just a little freshman mistake there. I'm sure if I'm number 5, though, for Harvest Prep, I'm going to go right back at her, and she does.
Doolittle with the hit. Newtar sets up Brown. Doolittle see if she can score a point, and she does.
That time she went down the line again, and again, number 5, the sophomore Carter, had a little trouble with that. I'll tell you what, for a sophomore, Carter's a good player.
She really is.
Has a nice attack when she gets it. Just makes some young mistakes, I would call them.
Seems like she understands the game really well. Newtar sets up Brown. Nice hit there by Brown. As Beatty tries to dig that one out, but can't quite get it.
That's one of those that comes off the net, and it's so hard to play that because you're expecting that hard hit to come to you back, and then all of a sudden it hits the net, kind of dies in front of you.
Brown back to serve, into the net.
Yeah, Coach Rose can't be super happy with that. That's the second time that Brown has served it into the net, and that gives Fairfield Christian the 17-12 lead. It's actually a reverse of a score we saw in the third game when Harvest Prep was up.
Nice hit there. Clark. Doolittle connecting. The Harvest Prep trying to come right back, and they can't.
And once again, Doolittle hit hard into that block, and Harvest Prep almost had a chance to get that, but then couldn't quite bring it back in.
Sullivan back to serve for the Knights. Nice serve right over the center of the court. So we have another double hit.
And that was actually a lift on that one because she actually let it sit in her hands long enough that it was called a lift.
Okay.
Signaled by official Ron Hanna on the up ladder made the lift call.
Definitely lifted the spirits of the Knights there. And the ceiling interferes.
And the Knights now are really starting to come on top. You just don't know what's going to happen in the game of volleyball.
You don't.
We're watching volleyball here, MSL on LSN, and you're seeing the Fairfield Christian Lady Knights come back out tough here in Game 4, saying we don't want to go home yet tonight, and they're going to try to make a match of it as they put Harvest Prep down. And I think that's Coach Rose's second time out for Harvest Prep, isn't it?
It is, you're right. We also like to thank our online viewers who are watching this game live right now on Lancaster, Ohio.tv, and we also like to let you know that you can watch further games that are broadcasted on MSL on LSN at Lancaster, Ohio.tv. It's a great way to keep in touch with your local activities and sports games.
You can't make it out to the gym, and then we happen to be broadcasting one of the games, whether it's volleyball, football. I don't know. Are they going to actually go out and video cross-country meet?
I don't think
so.
I'll
tell you what, you'll have to talk to
JT about that one.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Burcham about that.
I don't know how many viewers we'd have for that one.
You'd have to have a lot of cable.
He ran by.
There's the challenge.
He ran by again. Nice point there.
That's
by
exactly
the
what Coach
Warriors.
Rose wanted out of that timeout. Solid attack by the Warriors, Lady Warriors. I've been calling them the Warriors. I should say the Lady Warriors.
Number 10, Trailer back to serve. Tucker to Collier. Nice hit by Collier, and she connected, and she scored the point for the Lady Knights.
That was a real nice attack there by the freshman. Set her up in the middle, and she went out wide.
Now Doolittle's back to serve for the Knights. Nice serve there by Doolittle. Nutar with that hit. Huth. Nutar sets up Clark. Nice response there by Speakman, the libero for FCA Knights. Ooh, that confusion there, that hesitation right there, that's what makes the difference.
And everybody on the Knights bench puts their hands in their heads on that one because that one just landed between miscommunication.
Ross to serve for the Warriors. Huth making sure that she knows that she's going to hit that ball, and she does, and she scores.
Well, what you're seeing right now is Brown's out of the front row, and even though they still have some good blockers up there in the front, they don't quite have the advantage they do when Brown's up there, and they're starting to hit around the block. They're up 22-14 and in command of game 4.
Collier to serve.
And that right there is a nice serve by Collier.
Now it's 23-14, up by 9.
2 points away from taking this one into game 5 and extending our evening together, Mr. Howes.
Couldn't ask for a better broadcasting partner though. Mr. Dave DeWeese. Nice hit there by Tucker, solid and powerful. Carter
nice
responds.
Nice try there by Collier again, getting her hand on that, but that was a nice attack.
Tierra Carter
when
that.
Harvest Prep gets that attack going, it's hard to defend. Now Harvest Prep has an opportunity here to do to Fairfield Christian what they did to Harvest Prep in that first set of the night. They're down right now 23-16, and Coach Mary Beth is putting her hands together saying, we need to talk, we need to communicate, and she's going to take a timeout here just to make sure of that. So again, we've talked about some things going on this weekend. There's going to be Mid-State League action in football all around Fairfield County, as many of the schools are going to be taking their second, and for some of the teams, it's actually game number 3 for the Buckeye Division, Ohio Division in the Mid-State League. But the Cardinal Division only has 6 teams in it, so they just started league play last week. Congratulations to the Fairfield Christian Knights football team as they won a big victory up at Grove City Christian. They're going to try to extend that against Berne Union, who also had a big win. Berne Union won their first game of the season against Millersport with a big victory. So both those teams are going to be 1-0 coming in.
Taylor Clark back to serve, the senior. Nice powerful hit. Libero Speakman with a nice hit over the net. The point is going to go to the Knights. Double hit.
Ron Hanna caused the double hit there.
Now as we approach a game point, the Knights are hoping to seal this deal and win this set to throw us into the 5th set of the night. Speakman to serve. Nice hit there by Carter.
And they get the block that time on Beatty. Hitting the block that came right back, so it's not over yet for Harvest Prep here in game 4. Set 4, they only need to get about, what is it, 8 points? 9 points, I guess, actually, in a row.
Tucker sets up Sullivan.
But Sullivan comes back and does it.
That'll seal the deal for that set. All right, we'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors. So come back for more action on MSL on LSN as we watch the 5th set of this awesome game.
MSL on LSN, brought to you in part by
ServiceMaster Clean by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
Central Ohio General Surgeons are physicians who have advanced training that allows them to perform invasive procedures for their patients. At Central Ohio General Surgeons, your appointment includes time for examination and discussion. Please feel free to ask any questions at any time. 740-654-6213. Thank them for supporting FMP Sports.
This week with Sheriff Dave Phelan on LSN TV, Lancaster Time Warner Cable Channel 9. Great guests and important information on This Week with Sheriff Dave Phelan. Available online at lancasterohio.tv.
welcome back here tonight on MSL on LSN as the Fairfield Christian Knights take on the Harvest Prep Warriors. The score tonight for the sets is 2-2, and as both teams go into their fifth set, both looking for a win. The previous score, FCA won the first set 29-27. Second set, 14-25, Harvest Prep. Third set, 17-25, Harvest Prep again taking that set. And on the fourth set, 25-17. So again, both teams playing really well. Both teams really want this win. And some good Mid-State League action going on here tonight.
Well, once again, as we talked about, Fairfield Christian trying to play the spoiler this week as they take on two of the league-leading teams here, one tonight in Harvest Prep, and then again Thursday night over at Fisher Catholic. So they're just trying to there's no league title in place for them, but this is senior night, and they're trying to come out and make a statement here as they get ready for ending the season and going into the tournament. Of course, Fairfield Christian's sitting at 10-10 on the year too, so of course this is big for them as far as the record goes and trying to keep above 500.
Get a winning season here.
They're 4-4 in the Mid-State League, whereas Harvest Prep, if you joined us late, they are at 14-6 on the year and 6-2 with their losses once to Fisher and once to Bern Union. And I believe they beat Fisher once and they beat Bern Union once. So it's kind of a merry-go-round up there at the top of the league. Those teams are all very close to each other. And to be quite honest, Fairfield Christian has been so close, just so close. Bern Union both times, well, no, I'm sorry. The first time they took them to 5, and the second time they played them over at Bern Union in Volley for the Cure, they took that one to 4 games, and the fourth game was really close. A couple of those games were really close. Fisher Catholic, when they played them, they took them to 5 games too. In fact, Harvest Prep has been one of the few teams this year that has been able to beat Fairfield Christian in 3 games at their place. But not tonight, as Fairfield Christian has come back and forced a Game 5 with a big victory there in Set 4. And they also got the serve to start this off, which will be key. Beatty, their best server, coming back. Again, this one only goes to 15, so a quick start is key.
All right, Lindsay Beatty back to serve. One of their key servers for the Knights, hoping to get an early lead and to win this set ultimately. Beatty with the serve to Ross. Tucker's going to set up Sullivan. Sullivan with the hit over the net, and the first point goes to the FCA Knights.
And that's really nice there as senior Emily Sullivan had Brown right in front of her. And she's hit a couple times into Brown, gotten back in face, but she went right off to the outside there and hit the sideline.
Again, Beatty back to serve, doing what she does well. Carter with a nice hit there. Doolittle with a powerful hit back to the hands of Haley Ross. Mitchell is going to come in for Ross. Beatty to serve again. Nice hit by Brown, and it is in. Line judge saw it, so that's what the call is.
Well, if it was in, it was barely in. That thing must have just skimmed that back line, but that's exactly where Harvest Prep went, and it gives them the serve.
Nutar to serve, senior for Harvest Prep. Sullivan with a nice hit over the net. Tip by Brown. Brown with a hit, and she capitalized on that hit.
That's too bad that time because Brown was leaning back and didn't get quite the power that she's gotten into so many of those middle hits, but it hit the net and made it difficult for the Knights to be able to field it. Sounds like I'm calling a volleyball or a softball game there. Field it.
Court it. Nice job there by Sullivan and Harvest Prep. Nutar sets up Brown, and they score on the Knights at the hands and feet of Samantha Collier, number 9.
Yeah, I really couldn't tell who got that one. 22 or 5. They're both there fighting over trying to get the spike. But that does give Harvest Prep the lead at 3-2 here in this very important Game 5.
Nice job there by Speakman, setting it up for Sullivan.
You can't get much better of a roll dink shot than what Emily Sullivan just did there at the net. Once again, that's 2 real smart plays from the senior. Trying to make the best of senior night tonight with a big upset.
Tucker back to serve. She hits it into the net.
And that's a tough one right there. You don't want to have any missed serves here in a Game 5. We'll see if Harvest Prep takes advantage of it as they're up 1.
Carter back to serve for the Harvest Prep Warriors. Collier with the hit over the net for the Knights. And Brown with the slam off the wrist of Madison Doolittle.
Fairfield Christian has to be careful here as in this set. They're down by 2, 3-5 early.
Serve by Carter. Doolittle sets up Collier. Brown with a slam right to Beatty. Brown with a hit to Libero, and it goes to the Warriors.
Coach DeWeese there was wondering why the double hit didn't get called that time, but she's down 3-6, so she's going to take time out here in this very crucial Game 5. She's going to talk her team right now and try to get them to adjust themselves right now. Right now, again, they're getting into that position where they're allowing Harvest Prep to get the attack up at the net, and it's putting Fairfield Christian back on their heels. They've had at least 2 really good attacks from Emily Sullivan up there at the net, but besides that, they've been having troubles. They've been hitting into the block or making the mistake on the shank. The key again, though, I think if they would go back to hitting that back line, they might find some success on that right now. Of course, this is important because number 22 Brown is still in the front row. They got to get her to the back row here as quickly as they can.
Carter to serve. Tucker sets up Doolittle. Doolittle with a hit over the net. Utah to Brown. Brown with a nice slam at the hands and feet of Speakman.
Looks a little bit like Harvest Prep has adjusted their attack. They've got Brown now attacking a good 5 to 6 feet off of the net every time.
Tucker sets up Collier, and Collier right in the net.
And it's quickly slipping away from the Knights here as they're down 3-7. Or 3-8. Sorry, they didn't get that score up quick enough. They're down 3-8, 5 points. They need this one bad.
Carter to serve. Tucker sets up Doolittle. Doolittle with a nice tip right on the outside of that line. Got to keep it inside that line.
Coach Mary Beth Louise takes her second and final time out here in Game 5. She's going to try whatever she can right now to pull this team back together. It's not necessarily completely out of reach yet. They did have a really nice run there in game number 1 when they were down, and they might be able to do that again. But again, it's very crucial. They were up early on this and had the momentum, had the energy, and it just kind of like, you take a balloon and you deflate it. And right now, I kind of feel that way over here on the Fairfield Christian side. There's been a couple of things that haven't gone their way. Harvest Prep's taken the attack to them. And it's going to take a huge amount of energy to try to bring this ball game back in as the sophomore, number 5, Carter, still back serving, and she served several points here in a row.
It's nice to see a good turnout of fans as well as the FCA Knights student section coming out here to support the FCA Knights on their senior night. That point is going to go to the Warriors. Substitution, Albert in for Collier.
Coach DeWeese now used up both of her timeouts. She's going to go to substitutions to try to break this serve and give them a chance. And that's not working.
Off the hands of Speakman.
So what turned out to be a really good Game 4 for the Knights has quickly just left them here in Game 5 as they are down 3-11.
Carter serves for the Warriors. Albert with a nice hit. And she's able to connect.
Well, the Knights may be on life support. Allie Albert there just tried to give him a shot of adrenaline.
Sullivan serve for the Knights. Nice hit there by Ross. Point's going to go to the Knights. Look at that. Now it's only a 6-point deficit.
And it's 11-5 now. Sullivan, who served very well there in Game 4, got that one in. Sends another one in the back row.
Nice job there by the Knights. Again, another point goes the FCA way.
Mariah Huth got that one. Number 10 for the Knights got that one just over there. And Harvest Prep, when they dug it out, it hit the ceiling, came back on their side, and they really just didn't know what to do with it.
Lutar sets up the Brown. Brown with a nice hit in the back.
That one hurts there because they had gotten Harvest Prep to pass the ball over on a free ball, and Fairfield Christian just not ready for it.
Brown back to serve for the Warriors. Hoping to end this game very shortly. Alba with a nice hit for the Knights, staying into the backcourt of the Warriors side. Nice job by Tucker, looking at the back corner. Carter is able to respond. Alba with a nice hit there for Knights. Refocusing the team. And Knights are able to get that point.
Right, Huth there. Nice defensive effort. And Coach Judy Rose sees that the momentum is starting to swing as it can do in volleyball, and she says timeout. Coach Mary Beth DeWeese now talking to her team, trying to encourage them. They're still down 5 with a very short leash right now to be able to pull back in this game. 3 points away from a victory and sealing this as Harvest Prep and continuing to move on to try to get a league championship. Once again, as we talked about all throughout this match, Fairfield Christian trying to play the spoiler. They're down 7-12, but they do have the momentum rolling up on their side. And they have junior Madison Doolittle headed back to serve for them. So Coach Rose takes the timeout, wants to settle her team down. She's seen them slip a little bit a couple times tonight, getting out of their game, and she doesn't want to have that happen in this crucial Game 5.
Doolittle to serve for the Knights as he goes across on the Warriors side. Carter with a hit across the court. Doolittle responding, but it is out of bounds.
Well, Harvest Prep did what they had to right there. They got a nice back row attack. And they're 2 points away from ending this one.
Morgan Furness in for Madison Doolittle on the Knights side. Libero Speakman sets the ball. Beatty with a nice, powerful hit. Taylor Clark, nice hit by her. Nice block there by the Warriors. Combined effort by number 4 and number 1.
Yep, Beatty hit right into that double block, and Huth wasn't ready for it when it came back down on the dink.
Game point here, 7-14 as the Knights trail, as the Warriors hope to finish this set and finish this game. Beatty with a powerful hit, and that goes the Knights' way.
Well, it's a tall hill to climb right now for the Fairfield Christian Lady Knights. And they're going to go ahead and send in Maggie McGee back to serve. The senior coming in with a large task before her. They're down 8-14.
The pressure's on as McGee goes to serve.
Give up 1 point, game over.
Nice,
she gets the first serve in. Nice job by Furness there, hitting that attack on the back row.
The ball is...
But Huth hits it out of bounds to end the game.
Nice job here by both teams, and thank you for supporting and listening to us on MSL on LSN. Here with me, I have Dave DeWeese and your host himself, Nate Howes. Again, tune in next time for more sports coverage on MSL on LSN.
Colt International presents the Very Merry Christmas Tour, featuring new song, Audio Adrenaline, Sidewalk Prophets, Jason Castro, and special guest Love in the Outcome. Share the gift of hope with your family and friends this season and enjoy one of Christian music's most beloved Christmas songs. Join New Song for the Very Merry Christmas Tour, featuring new song, Audio Adrenaline, Sidewalk Prophets, Jason Castro, and Love in the Outcome.
The Very Merry Christmas Tour at Fairfield Christian Church in Lancaster, December 11th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. Tickets at itickets.com.